Hello, my name is Sakshi Bhavsar, and today I am going to discuss a critical reality check on the excitement surrounding AI in the security world. Based on the comprehensive review of this paper, Applications of Machine Learning in Cybersecurity, my motivation for selecting this paper is pretty simple that this paper doesn't just list what's possible, it also identifies the root cause of non acceptance in industry. It argues that the biggest barrier isn't the machine learning model itself, but the terrible quality of data we feed to the AI datasets. This paper moves beyond academic accuracy to focus on real world trustworthiness and ethical compliance. So, in our everyday life, attacks are becoming more sophisticated, polymorphic, and high volume, and easily overwhelming over conventional signature based defenses. The central question driving research is that can artificial intelligence and machine learning provide a reliable, scalable countermeasure or not? Our goal is to synthesize the paper's findings, providing a structured blueprint of where machine learning is useful and where or why is it failing, and how can we adjust ourselves with the research moving forward. So the methodologies which are being observed by the authors are that they conducted a rigorous narrative literature interview which targeted across 20 years of peer reviewed journals with a deep focus on the last 5 years. Critically, they didn't just look at artificial intelligence papers, they selected 101 high quality studies based on robust validation and the use of large scalable datasets. They also included 29 non machine learning or artificial intelligence studies to precisely define the boundaries that the areas where AI simply isn't the solution. This comprehensive approach allowed them to create a unified summary, evaluate datasets, and integrate the vital concept of ethical artificial intelligence into evaluation. So, the machine learning applications and limitations are as we move forward, let's look how and where machine learning is applicable. The paper confirms that AI and ML solutions are overwhelmingly concentrated in the infrastructure and network security. Why? Because these domains generate high volume of traffic data which is perfect for machine learning analysis. So machine learning's battlefield where machine learning has to just struggle for the proper amount of data with trustworthy support, and along with that what other problems may occur during the same process. So first one is intrusion detection system, the core application dedicated to identify anomalies in real-time network traffic. And along with that, the anomaly detection also spots some of the frameworks or data which are just designed in a way that they are not recognized on regular intervals. So they are also not observed on normal network behavior. For it, you need to just research more or just to put proper view on the network resources or where the network is connected. So when we move forward, phishing prevention is nowadays a major concern that one has to focus, because as the world is moving more towards online, every communication is basically on the emails. So the attackers can also just just send you a phishing email, and if you are not aware of it, you will be definitely in that. Along with that, there are other threat landscapes which includes high risk attacks, and artificial intelligence is where all the complexity or vulnerabilities should be resolved. So as we focus on the first one is zero-day exploits, and the complexity it holds is very high. So these are new vulnerabilities with no known signatures, and machine learning's anomaly detection capabilities are the only effective defense here which can protect us from this type of exploits. Then the other one is malware and ransomware. Here, deep learning is necessary for detecting polymorphic, metamorphic variants, that the kind of malware that constantly changes its code is to evade traditional checks. Another one is DDoS attacks, and this one is very highly mitigatable. Essentially, it holds real-time traffics, which is our main focus, which is used to analyze the attacks from the legitimate servers or contacts. Another one is polymorphic malware. It holds high evasion. Here you need to focus on constant detecting or constant observation, as this is nowadays getting more conventional. So where is that AI stops, or where is the human boundary or protocol being applied? So just as important is defining the human protocol boundaries where AI is very low relevance. First is social engineering and awareness. The primary defense here is education and awareness, as technological solutions cannot fix human psychologies. Foundational protocol. These areas are like encryption and incident response. Planning are governed by protocols in human leaderships. The paper asserts that artificial intelligence is indispensable for the complex, high volume threats, but our solution must respect the boundaries of human interaction and establish regulatory compliance. So, the data problem and the ethical imperative is said to be that now, when we arrive at the paper's most significant and critical finding, the success rates we see is that 84% to 99% accuracy scores. But this can be misleading because they apply to previously known attacks. When intrusion detection system faces an unknown attack, the detection rates plummet to between 3.2 and 14.7%. Why? Because the data sets used in research are a mess. They are old. They lack uniformity in features, and the methods for collecting and pre-processing them are disparate. The result is the industrial bottleneck, that is, the false positives, which we hold. A false positive is when the intrusion detection systems cries wolf or faces an anonymous attack. It leads to wasted resource and alert fatigue, where the security analysts start ignoring the system entirely. To fix this, the paper introduced 4 negotiable criteria for future intrusion detection research, drawn from ethical artificial intelligence principles. First is explainability. The model must be a white box, not a black box. We must know why it flagged an alert to build trust and ensure accountability. Second is bias. Researchers must address statistical flaws like class imbalance, data redundancy, multi-collinearity to ensure the results are statically vetted. Third is robustness. The model must be tested against both known and new adversarial attacks. Fourth is efficiency. We must measure the model's processing time to ensure it can handle real-time traffic demands. So, it is not possible to just cover this much big concepts into key points, but today I just want to explain that what is basically holds about artificial intelligence not too supportive in cybersecurity. So the central argument here is simple. Feature selection is more important than model complexity. We need to focus on cleaning and standardizing data. Before the data, we build ever more complex neural networks. So, last but not the least, in summary, this paper delivers a powerful message, that is, artificial intelligence is necessary, but the research is currently hobbled by a crisis of confidence caused by poor data. To take this forward, this paper possesses two key open questions. How do we create and integrate new uniform data sets and combine existing variable data sources? Second one is, how do we establish a common scientifically accepted understanding of the features that truly matters for network analysis? So, if one goes through this scholar paper, that individual will definitely be known to all the attacks which are anonymous, or how one can mitigate that risk, how can one secure the data sets. And by addressing these questions, it will definitely develop multidisciplinary collaboration with combining expertise from machine learning, cybersecurity law, and ethics. Definitely, this will help everyone around in this status quo technology. Only by focusing on data standardization and ethical compliance transition, we can make academic accuracy scores truly reliable and that each one of us can trust. So, whatever industry adoptable security solutions are being made, they need to focus on these small terms which can definitely help an organization or an individual to focus on a bigger picture. Thank you so much.